everyone! Hello! This is Elsa. Oh my god. I don't know if you guys can hear me very well. Hello, Alice. Yes, we were just talking on Twitter. Alright, it's kind of quiet, so I'm gonna... just kind of want to chat for a little bit, but let's put some BGM for now. Yeah, kind of. I really want to have like a chat room to chat with people, but that's not quite done yet. Still gonna commission for that. So in the future, hopefully, I do have a chat room where I can chat with my fans. It's much more better and also aesthetic pleasing. So, but for now, just gonna have to do like a black screen and just my mini chibi and also like sometimes like the main game screen. So. Alright, but like today we're gonna play Hakuoki Kyoto Winds. Honestly, I watched the anime years back, and I didn't really play the novel, but I read the novel, if that makes sense. You know, like kind of just, I wouldn't really say binge watching people play it, but just, you know, just kind of one of those things where you just know the whole story after watching anything related to it multiple times. So, and now I finally found a chance to actually play the visual novel, so I would really love to just kind of get into the characters and, you know, have fun and just enjoy the character, like just the overall creations of every single character. But yes. Actually, oh yeah, the current BGM I'm listening to right now is called Hana by Keisuke Ito. It's actually on Dova Syndrome. Actually, I can link it if anyone's interested. Before I start the streaming game, let me quickly... where's my channel? Okay. Sorry, give me a moment. Alright, this is the other one, and then the website. What's this? Okay, it should be under the the video details, the description now. So yeah. Alright, let me just quickly mute this music now. Okay, I love you, but I gotta get into my game now. Yeah. It's actually a koto instrument, so yeah. I find Koto is very not pleasing to my ear, but it sounds very good. Like I really like string instrument, if that makes sense. Alright. Is the audio okay? I hope the back not the background, but the BGM, the soundtrack for Hakuoki isn't too loud. I did like test a couple times to make sure it doesn't sound too loud. So, alright, well we're gonna start new game. Pretty sure we're gonna play Os. Yes. We're gonna go in as Osa, even though the original character name is Chizuru Yukimura, but we're gonna play as me, so I'm gonna pretend I am. Okay, cool. I'll suppress a little bit. I hope. Ooh. Is it much better now, the audio for the music? Well, of course with my voice too. Okay, thank you. Alright. Oh. Yeah, whenever I leave off this game, the game will stop. So it'll just be like blink, no music. Alright. Illustration time. So this is Kyoto. Oh, I actually kind of like the backgrounds. Very classic, kind of old painting. Aesthetically pleasing. It was awfully impressive, no denying it. Even simple hellos between people passing in the street seemed warm and friendly. That's good. I mean, honestly, it should be friendly, right? When you go to new places as a foreigner. Well, not really a foreigner, but like, you're a new person. They nodded and smiled to one another, as a family and not strangers about on errands. Just I kind of want to go to Japan. Nihongo. Nihon. Okay. Still, there was something else as well. Something making the city feels feels strangely cold. Oh, that's not a good sign. Like what? Samurais? Bad people? Almost as though there was a great invisible wall shutting out anyone wandering from the country. Oh. Then I'm assuming this might be during that one era. I forgot. It's not Edo period. I think it's after Edo. I don't remember, but it's during the whole Tokugawa, I think. Not too sure. I didn't really study Japan's history like that, but it was very interesting. Very interesting. Tokugawa. Maybe. I'm not sure if I belong here. Yes. I mean, then again, we did came from like another place, so it's okay. It's okay. Pat myself. No, that's all my head. I like the answer. It's all in your head. I walked quite some distance to reach Kyoto, and both my mind and body were exhausted. Honestly, I would be exhausted. Like, I love walking, but like walking a long distance, like dozens of miles, I'll be very tired. A classical MC sentence. I don't belong here now. Yeah, that is so. Yeah. Oh my god, it is. I don't belong here. For like a typical visual novel ultimate games, every typical. Yes. Even so, tiredness was no reason to mender and feel sorry for myself. I couldn't afford to. Oh my god, now that you said that, I'm starting to hear it in my head now. Excuse me. I think in JP it'll be like, oh no, sumimasen. It'll be like something like that. I hesitantly stopped by a passerby. I'm sorry, I seem to be a bit lost. Could you... Of course you'll be lost. Oh, okay. Ooh, it's evening already. What am I supposed to do now? Did you get yourself lost? I think she did. She got herself lost. I was lost again, but in a different sort of way. A different sort of way? Okay. Yes. I sighed and looked up at darkening sky. The sun was beginning to set. People I'd spoken to showed me no unkindness, and oh my god, English is so hard. And they'd given me directions I needed, but wait, what? Oh, they gave you direction, yet you still got yourself lost. Oh no. Oh no, poor child. Poor sense of direction. Oh no. Well, then again, I'm her right now, so. Oh no, myself. Was now really the best time to leave the city? No. It's like getting dark. You should find a place to stay. Learning the person I'd hoped to visit had left town caused hope to seep from my crumbling resolve. Oh, poor you. I keep saying poor you even though I'm playing as her. Okay, anyways. The only person besides father I could rely on in the city who I could rely on, Dr. Matsumoto. English native or fluent, I thought it's your mother tongue. No. Well, English is like my second language. My mother tongue is like another language. It's like Hmong, so like I think once in a while, if you do stay until the end, you might hear me speak in my mother tongue here and there, maybe, but I'm not too sure. But yeah, no, it's I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm really fluent, but in a way I am fluent. But like, it's hard. English is still hard. Dr. Matsumoto was a doctor serving the shogunate. Alright, the shogunate. Shogunate work is work on the government. Yeah. So this was during the whole Tokugawa, I think. I had never met him myself, but my father put a great deal of trust in the man. He never met him? I never met him? Yeah, that's why it would be like a tough journey. He had told me that if I ran into any trouble in his absence, I was to contact Dr. Matsumoto. Your English is so good as a translator. Oh, thank you. Shogun is like monarchy in Japanese style. Yeah, I figured. It's kind of based on those history details I kind of read there. It was like a lot of. It was very strict during that time. I think like not a lot of people can go in out of the border, if I recall. Unfortunately, Dr. Matsumoto was out of business. I mean, no, not out of business. Oh God. I mean, okay, let me reread that entire line. Unfortunately, Dr. Matsumoto was out on business and would not return for some time. Okay, there you go. Imagine Dr. Matsumoto was out of business. That'd be so sad. Of course, you can't really find him because he'll be nowhere here. I mean, if you do search, I mean, even though she does search for him, or I search for him. Oh my God. Okay. Was I too hasty? Perhaps I should have waited. I think you should have waited. Waiting is sometimes better. Yes. It is indeed rude to visit without warning, which is why I had sent a letter prior to my arrival. Oh, what if my letter didn't arrive at all? That'd be kind of sad, actually. But it seems he had left before reading my letter. Oh, okay, yeah. It makes sense. Sometimes when some letters, like either letter never arrived or they're already gone before they even read a letter. Perhaps I thought I should have waited for a reply before traveling to an unfamiliar city. Yeah. But then during these times you have to wait for written letters, so it would take like weeks and months. Better than safe in my opinion, but it's okay. She was worried about her father. Well, I was worried about my own father. But I can no longer spend time waiting idly. Is it? Idly. For news. Oh, white screen. Oh my God. Osa. It's my father. Chichie. Kodo Yugimura. Yay, it's my father. Where's that strong, hot, handsome, tall samurai? I guess what it will find us and say, what are you doing here, woman? Oh my God. Oh, yes. Well, I think we'll meet them soon. But I don't know if they'll. I don't know if they're gonna question like, "What are you doing here, woman?" But we'll see. Is something wrong, father? He paused for a moment and looked at me. Oh, he's frowning. He's gone. Oh. Oh. Sad. When daughter and father have to part ways. It's so weird I'm narrating in English and here he's like speaking JP to me. Is it for business again? He left the house often during that period. Sometimes for days at a time. How long will you be gone? A month, perhaps, maybe 2. Man, every father who says this, they're gone forever. Until, like, see you next time, basically. He looks fragile, like he's sick. Yeah, actually, he does kind of. Hey, okay, not to be mean, but it's the fact that he's bald and he looks very kind. He looks like those character that's meant to be dead. That's a baby. He does look one. Oh, I hope he's not dead. I don't think he's dead. From my memories, I don't think he died. But I'm not too sure because this is a visual novel, so. Oh. There's no hiding my disappointment. As a young daughter, I will be very sad. Especially since I think he only raised her like a single father in and one daughter, so like a family of two only, so can see why she's very attached to the dad. Nonetheless, I wasn't a child anymore. I couldn't beg him not to go, or some other foolishness. That's true. Yes, I'd be lonely, but I was much more worried for him. Oh, what a good daughter. Please, father, be careful. Wait, let me use my GP. Wait, how would they say please, father? During that time, did they say chichie? Like, chichie? Or was it dosan? I'll just say dosan for now. Onegai, dosan. Kyotsukete. I love picking up these words. Yes, please be careful, father. They say that the city of Kyoto is dangerous. Like, of course, neighbors would rumor about it. He only smiled and nodded. Oh, he looks so gentle, kind. It's been months. I needn't fret. How can I not worry? Yo, you're gonna be gone for a month or two. And you've been gone for, I don't know, more than 3 months, I bet. Of course, as a daughter, I'll be worried. Cause you're old and you're a doctor and it's dangerous. Yeah, honestly, I plan to like stream like a Duolingo stream, just so I can get back on my studies for JP. Yakusoku, promise. Okay, you promise? See, yakusoku, promise. Father kept his promise. A new letter arrived so often I scarcely had the time to respond before another would arrive. So he did send letters. He told me that he worried about me being home all by myself. Well, yeah, cause you're just the only daughter and there's no one at home. Actually, during this time, I would never allow that to happen, unless maybe a nanny, if not a nanny, but like other family members or friends to take care of their daughter. But that's during Japan, during that era, so I guess it was common. Then the letter stopped. The letter stopped. I'm not trying to think the worst scenario, but father either is dead or something happened, alright? It's like we're living war flashbacks. Yeah, basically. A whole month passed with no word. So 1 month, 2 months. So I guess 2-3 months, or maybe even more than that. Oh, white screen. I don't like white screen. It hurts my eyes. Father. They say Kyoto is full of ronin. It is not a safe place. Usually a samurai is paid by their house, but ronin who report to no house often rob people in order to make ends meet. They're nothing more than violent criminals who hide behind the image of samurai. Yeah, a lot of ronin. I think ronin are tend to be just samurais who doesn't have a master. Like, I guess you could call them a rogue wanderer who just kind of, yeah. Such is the state of the city of Kyoto, the city of ronin. Small wonder, then, that a word from my father. My mind would concoct horrible possibilities, and I often found myself depressed and tense. Kyoto means capital of capitals, so it must be huge. Oh, is that what Kyoto means? I know Kyoto during that time was the capital, but people always say Kyoto is very big, so I guess during the time Kyoto was very big. Actually, now that I think about the map now, does Kyoto still exist, or is Kyoto under like another name now? I don't know, Japan changed a lot. And samurai were prestigious at this era. Maybe ronin used samurai disguise. Actually, that's true, because ronin could be a true samurai or could be just like a disguise or anything. Could be anything actually. But in most cases, I think ronin are like before Tokyo was okay. First, I suppose I need to find a place to stay. Lost in thought, I didn't notice nightfall descend. Uh-oh. Wait, is it snowing? Oh my god, I just realized it's snowing. Oh, so first of all, it told me it's kind of chilly and you're in the middle of night. You're gonna get robbed. If I was honest with myself, I hadn't the faintest idea of how long searching for him would take. The very typical MC who does things without thinking. Your searching will take a long, long time, child. I'd brought a negligible sum of money with me, enough to last me a month if used wisely. So you estimated about like a month at least. Not bad, but a month is too short, especially during that time we don't have modern technologies, Wi-Fi and all of that, so finding father in this window of time was a must. A must. Yeah, I guess it is a must, especially since you believe your father, well, more like your father's very promising and he keep his words. So I guess you could say you don't really blame MC for feeling anxious looking for a father, because he keep his words. Otherwise, I would have depended on Dr. Matsumoto returning in this time, or else I'd be forced to return home without a word. You be forced? Okay, I imagine like being forced as in like they're gonna kick you out of Kyoto. But I don't think that's what she means. I think she means like she have to return. Well, at any rate, I should try and be frugal as possible. Might as well, since you're already here, yes. Might as well. Oh. Oh my god, for a second I thought something gonna happen. I lengthened my stride and set off on my own path. Fortunately for me, men's clothing assisted with keeping a quicker pace than women's. Yeah, honestly, I thought men's clothing was pretty badass. Like it's like a big pants, you know, just up to the waist, and then like that. That's what she said, kicking out. You know, maybe, you know what? I think maybe yes, maybe she. I think they would have, like, the soldiers probably would kick her out of Kyoto, and she's forced to travel back home, just because it's kind of like, you have no home. What are you doing here? Or like, who are you? They would think her like a homeless person. Kyoto presented many dangers to a young girl hoping to explore the city without direction. Ah, that's why you dress up as a male. Okay. My disguise, such as it was, proved successful. Can't talk. My disguise, such as it was, proved successful, and I safely made it all the way to Kyoto. I'm actually impressed. Is it because you? I wonder if she's speaking in a low voice. You know what I mean? I wear from men's section mostly. They're comfy. Yeah, I heard it, some of my friends, they said that men's clothes are very comfy, especially sweatpants or something like that, and also sweaters and t-shirts. Yeah. Such success went to my head and led me to believe I could explore Kyoto as I pleased. We should never. No, it's traveling to a new place. You need to have all sorts of materials and everything before you even like go out there. I mean, come on, you don't want to be lost in the middle of nowhere, to be honest. But Kyoto is not a safe place. I should have remembered that. You're telling me you did not remember that? Okay, this is how I view MC. In her head, it's like this: finding father is a must. I need to find father. And then she just crosses everything out, like forgetting Kyoto's dangerous, forgetting there's a lot of like bad ronins out there and all that. Instead, I had somehow convinced myself that the city's hidden dangers didn't apply to me. Boy. Oh. Hey, kid. He called me kid. Well, then again, it's okay. They are considered as kid if you're like, 15, 16. I was about to discover otherwise. I spun around. Hey, it's a samurai, probably a ronin. Actually, he has a nice haircut. In the streets in front of me were 3 ronin. Can I help you? Oh, wait, hold on. I'll be exposing my identity. Hold on. Let me lower my voice. Can I help you? Actually, it's hard. I can't speak in a low voice. I tried. I did my best to keep my voice calm, reaching nonchalantly for my kodachi. Oh, the smaller sword twin of katana, I think. My father encouraged me to take sword lessons. I kept with them, and I did rather well. I was confident enough in defending myself. Oh, okay, some actions. However, okay, never mind. She said however. Perhaps my overconfidence in myself is what served the situation at hand to me. I'd mess up and let my guard down. My fault. There's a chance I could take them on, but there were 3 of them and 1 of me. By the end of the day, you're a small person. There's three big men. Not anymore. Pretty nice blade you got there, kid. So they noticed her sword even before her. Wow. It's okay. Honestly, if I see an interesting, like a very pretty blades or whatever, I would have be like, oh, can I see that? Oh wait, they have names? Oh, your name's Ichiro, okay. Oh, then did I realize they were far more interested in my sword than they were in me. Yeah. But I don't think he would give up the sword, huh? I don't think she will. It looks like a bit much for a pup. They're basically looking down on her, saying she doesn't look worthy of the sword. Jito, that's the other person name. Wait, just three people. Saburo. So, how did I forget the name? It's okay. But this is a special sword. Probably family heirloom. Passing down generations. The sword wasn't just some blade I'd picked up. It was a family heirloom spanning generations. Yep. There was no way I could give it to the Ronin, and that's why you get your ass beat up. Though I had a feeling they wouldn't understand. Yeah, they wouldn't care. They'd just be like, give it up. Like any other kind of, I wouldn't say thief, but you know, if they want it, they want it. They don't really want to hear any reasons. In such a situation, the best decision was undoubtedly to retreat. Oh. Yeah. Run. I would have done that already, honestly. Just be like, oh, I have something else to do. Bye. Yet another cliche, but I like family heirloom specials. Yeah, honestly, family heirloom specials is actually very cool. Like, you get to pass down of certain things. Oh, that'd be so cool if I could do such thing in the future. Like, here I have like a little stone, pass it down to every generation. Just a simple little rock. I turned to run as fast as my legs could. Run for your life. You call me a little bastard. Well, it's okay. They see as a little brat, a little kid, so. Be like, hey, get back here, little brat, you bastard. Run, MC, run. Run. Oh no. Oh, I accidentally clicked next. I don't know what she said. Something. Wait. Maybe I can go back. Gosh, they sure don't give up easily, do they? Okay. I feel like I'd been running for quite a while, but I could still hear the Ronin cursing loudly. I dug into an alley, flattening against the wall. Flattening against the wall? You sure? What? Yo. After deciding they weren't too close, I crept farther into the alley. Watch, the third person's gonna trap you. They're gonna trap me. Someone left a couple sheets of wood leaning against one of the houses. A perfect hiding spot. What luck, I thought, kneeling down under them. Maybe we'll bump into someone. And where are they? Yep, I think so. We'll see. This is my way to escape this mess. Huh? What now? Oh god. Let's go. I was listening for sounds intently. A suspicious calm entered my mind. Oh my god, so quiet. I had expected to hear the Ronin yelling to each other, looking for me, but... Seconds turned to minutes. I heard nothing. I was about to sneak out and have a look when... Oh! Oh, okay, bye? Rest in peace. Oh my god, okay. The question is, were we saved, or is this like some kind of other samurais killing each other? You know what I mean? What? Yeah, that's my reaction. Like, what? My plan to investigate was immediately halted. Remaining silent and hidden was more important. Yeah, don't reveal yourself. Don't even reveal. Someone just got murdered. Still. Oh. Saburo died, now it's Ichiro. Why won't you die? It's happening. Oh my god, I think I know what's it. It's those yeah, those samurais who became very cray. What do you call them? Lasitsu or something like that. Yeah, oh, it's happening. It was then that true fear began to set in. There was something dangerous out there. Well, yes. Something quite possibly lethal. I said lethal. My imagination conjured up no shortage of gruesome theories. I wouldn't want to think about it. Why would you look? Why would you peek? Even so, I could feel an inch of curiosity. I wanted to know what was out there. I wouldn't want to know. God, this is why curiosity kills a cat. Man, MC. Carefully, I peeked around the corner's edge. Oh. Sword. Ting ting. The cold reflection of moonlight upon the blade glared at me, and my eyes followed to the arm that held it, clad in a coat of light blue. You know, blue coat means blue coat samurai. We know who. You know. Had this person saved me? I don't think it's called saving you, but we'll see. But no slower than it appeared, my hope vanished. Uh-oh. That laugh is kind of creepy and scary. Something like that. Oh! Tasukete, I can't help you. I can't even fight. My swordsmanship is so bad. I had a Ronin stumbling to beg for his life. The person in the blue coat said nothing, just stepped forward and sword raised. That was violent? Oh my god, I have shivers. Oh god. Oh god. A high squeaking laugh cut the man's scream. The blade fell through the air like a butcher's knife rather than a sword. No skill, just death. Oof. Oh my god, I have the shivers. Okay. The scream turned wet, caught, and disappeared like air leaving half-empty bellows. My eyes went wide. I had just witnessed a murder. Any strength I'd received vanished quickly. My legs gave way and I crumbled to the ground. Oh, I like the BGM. It's very dope. My eyes widened like busted shells. I like how they describe it as busted shells. Like, oh my god, more blood. He died with the first blow, but as I watched, the blades fell, carving lines into the corpse. The soft slip of a blade through flesh, the silent creep of blood across ground. I felt nothing from them but madness. Yeah, they're crazy. Crazy. Madness. Their only desire was raw, animalistic violence. Whatever they were, it was a human. Yep. They were broken. How'd you say that? Like, I could feel my throat clenched tightly, and a warm, dark smell brushed against my face. I slowly recognized a copper ting of blood. Ugh. An icy bolt of fear ran through my spine, crawling to my limbs and freezing in place. Oh, I clicked too fast. I was terrified. At this point, I want to scream "Taskete," but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to die. What was I going to do? What could I do? You have to run, Osa. Yo! Why? Dude, you... My child! Me! Yes, but... How? I forced my jaw open and drew a ragged breath. This was the only chance I get. I had to... Ah! What'd you do? You failed! You dropped something. My body, still numb with fear, was unresponsive. I lurched sideways against the stacked wood, and with a rough clatter, I collapsed. Oh my god! You look very crazy, madman. God, they're so bloody looking. They look crazy. The creatures turned, coats drenched in blood. Their eyes locked with mine and bore into me. Hideous grins split their inhuman faces, shaking with excitement at prey to slaughter. I would run right now, but I'm gonna get killed in one slash. I can't scream like that. Like, ah! Like, ah! Let's get there! Help me! I had to run. I had to run. I couldn't die yet, but my legs refused to move. Oh my god, I hate that habit where your legs just froze. You're like, I can't go up to... My body isn't fair. Their hideous, cackling laughter echoed. I was going to die. My body was frozen with terror. I couldn't even scream. This was it. This was the end. Oh, the end before you find your father. That'd be so sad. Kind of twisted too, actually. Ooh! I see a green slash and a blue slash. What? Ugh, I hate the blood kind of sound. I watched them raise their bloody swords, the moon glistening off the metal. Then there was a flash of light and a soft splash of blood. Soft splash? Oh, okay, well, that means clean kill then. I could feel it, warm and sticky. Warm and sticky? So the blood got on you? Wait, what? Ooh. Bile began to rise in my throat, but before disgust took hold, I heard a voice. My husband, though. The words the words suggested disappointment, but the voice sounded happy. Yes! Yes! Oh my god! He's so cute. Okay. As he spoke, the strange man smiled, almost as if he were enjoying himself. Ah! Hajime, Saito. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I love, oh my god, it's even better because I know the voice actor too, so I'm like, both of them. Show your name. I know you're Okita Soji anyway, so his name is Okita Soji. Come on. Oh god, Saito's voice. The man caught Saito's side with the air of a long-suffering companion and looked at me. The VA sounds so familiar. Yeah. His tone was light, but it confirmed my fears. I may have escaped the schemes of the Ronin, but I was ensnared by something much darker. Those monsters, I wouldn't really say they're like zombies, but like crazy, almost like crazy madmen, but they're all at the same time they're not human, you know? Oh no, Alice. It's okay, but thank you for stopping by. You can just come back and check out my stream. It'll just be like in public, so. But thank you again. Yeah, of course. Bye bye. See you next time. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Then, who was in charge of these two? The conversation led me to believe they were part of an organization. As I thought about it, I recalled hearing about men with blue coats. My thoughts were interrupted by a dark shape sliding into view. It's my man. It's Sakura. But it's not Sakura, it's Snow though. Look at her. Oh. I swallowed hard. The moonlight shone off his smooth dark hair. For some reasons I couldn't fathom. In that moment, the light on his hair made me think of the wistfulness of flower petals. It was almost as if the cherry trees were blooming out of season. Hi. know that? His voice was cold and quiet, like a blade of ice. Blue-white moonlight lit his slender face and shone from the blade pointed at my chest. Oh my god, how descriptive this. But it wasn't the sword making my breath catch. It was his eyes. They were fierce and hard, but somewhere behind them, I could catch a glimpse of something else. Huh? Like what? Yes, his eyes is very pretty though. Look at that. Look how cool. Okay. There could be no doubt that he was prepared to kill me, and yet he looked troubled. Now kindness, perhaps mercy? Ren and I will kill you, Durns. Hi! Wakarimashita! Don't kill me. I still want to live to find my father, yo. I nodded. There was no doubt he meant every word he said. He stared at me for a moment, then grimaced and put his swords away, sighing. Arigato. What? Oh my god, I feel like this is like the fourth time or fifth time she said what. I was too surprised to... I can't... What is English? I was too surprised to stop myself from speaking, and it quickly became apparent that I wasn't the only one. Hijikata! Hijikata Toshizo! As he spoke to the man, he called Hijikata. His eyes narrowed. Ah! This is so... The man called Hijikata frowned back at him. He's so rude like always. Oh my god. Ah. Toshizo Hijikata. Hey. Saito. Toshizo Hijikata. Oh, they flipped the names around. Okay. Because I thought Hijikata was like his last name. And Toshizo was like his first name. It was clear enough that what I'd seen was something they wanted to keep hidden. The more they said, the more I got it. And it was clear none of us wanted such a thing. Oh, the music. Okita, Okay, I know they have an intruders, but his name is Okita Soji, but... Damn. I forgot how much he wanted to kill us. The way he looked at me made me feel as if he read my mind. Someone who's reasonable. Yes. The VAs, the voice actors. Then he looked down at the creature he'd killed, as though he had forgotten the whole ordeal. He peered down at the corpse, his face an emotionless mask. When he looked up at his companions, however, his eyes narrowed. I like his humor. I agree. Blue uniform. Even I had heard stories about a gang of cruel men in blue coats who cut people down in the streets. But I didn't know how to confront the dilemma of pretending I didn't see any of these horrors. Honestly, how can you pretend like you witness a murder and then you witness another murder? Like, I wouldn't say murder, but you know. My mind swirled through a pool of worries and thoughts, almost as if I was being drawn into their world. A world where there is nothing strange in carrying on a normal conversation in the dead of night with corpse for company. Yamazaki? Yamazaki. 掃除しました。掃除しました。掃除し I'm trying to write this pronouncing. 掃除しました。新選組の大使が切り殺されてるなんて僕たちに一大事です。Oh my god, he looks so proud. He gave a derisive bark of laughter. Derisive is a derisive. Hi. I'll keep my mouth shut. He looked directly at me, and I got the distinct feeling his words weren't for his companions. It was common for people to be murdered in Kyoto. It was a dangerous city after all. I knew that, of course. But to see it happen? That was something else entirely. If death was such an easy thing in Kyoto, I thought, then the city itself must surely be mad. I mean, if that's what you considered as saving? I didn't realize right away he was speaking to me. When I did, my eyes went wide. What do you mean, you saved me? Well, he did have a point. Despite the threats, they saved my life. Oh, hate a sound effect. I stepped as steadily as I could manage, brushed some dirt off my clothes and bowed. Arigato, tasukete. Thank you very much. I apologize for not thanking you earlier. There was so much going on. I was a little confused. Wait, yeah, I should hold on. I apologize for not thanking you earlier. There was so much going on. I was a little confused. I glanced up at them tentatively. Tentatively, the man called Hajime also looked confused. His eyes were wide and he had an expression I couldn't place. Oh, so cute. Hichigata looked at us. He'd taken a bite of something sour. Are you okay, Hichigata? I sighed deeply before continuing. I know it. Hold on. I know it seems weird to say that, but he told me I should think, so I looked up. Saito and Hichigata both stared pointedly at anything but me, and the third man was shaking with laughter. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. He broke out in laughter again, so much so that he was forced to wipe a few tears from his eyes as he straightened up. Finally introducing yourself, Okita Soji. Nice to see a kid who knows how to be polite. Well, yeah, I have to be polite. Why would I be rude? I mean, some people can, but honestly, should it? Thank you for helping me. Not quite sure what else to do about again. He come bossy. Fukucho. Oh wait, Fukucho. Vice Commander. You're right. Vice Commander. Right. The man named Okita grabbed hold of my wrist, smiled, and led us down the street. His grip was a touch too tight to be friendly, his fingers like iron cables around my arm. There was no question about my situation. I quickly picked up on the notion that if I were to run, I would be killed instantly. My life was in the hands of these strange men. I set my jaw and stood as straight as I could. My eyes crept up from the blood-stained coat and met Saito's gaze. I am always ready. Kinda. His words were like a dagger in my stomach. What was going to happen to me? Was I going to die? Do you want to die? I don't want to die. I would just listen to them. As we walked through the bleak Kyoto night, I felt horror crawl its way up to my spine once again. The cause of my horror wasn't a gruesome, and that awaited me, but something else entirely. I spoke with these men and watched them speak, standing next to a warm corpse scope. Oh my god, I can't talk. Soaked in blood. That I had done such a thing terrified me in an altogether different way. Perhaps this is what it's like going. Wait, what? So, sorry, that sentence didn't go through my head. Perhaps this is what it is like to go mad. I don't want to go mad, honestly. Hold on. Mute. That was... I just muted this because I don't get copyrighted, but yeah, this is the game opening song for Hakuoki Kyoto Wind. Toshizo Hijikata. Alright, so I guess we have our character introduction here. Hajime, Saito, Okita, Soji. Wait, no. Saito, Hajime, there you go. Harada Sanosuke, Todo Heisuke. Yamazaki Susumu, Nagakura Shinpachi, Sana Keisuke. We don't have more. Oh my god. Ito Kashitaro, Kondo Isami. Oh, that's the captain. Kondo, he's the captain. Shiranui Kyo Kazuma Chikage Amagiri. Too fast. More character. Woo! There's the Sugoi. Oh my god. Just so pretty. Oh, there's MC. More characters? Oh, these are the new characters. I don't really know them, but that'd be so cool to play, know more about them. Oh, it's so hard. Oh my god, we're gonna meet. Okay, Kazuma, he's the demon, I bet. He is the demon. It's not even I bet, he is. January 1864, Chapter 1. Oh yeah, so we just finished our prologue. So we're gonna finish Chapter 1, and then I believe I'm gonna end the stream after this, and then we'll continue again next time. Was it morning? What happened to me? I attempted to recollect myself. Ah, yes. The airy music. Right. At all once, the events of the previous night rushed back to me. This is in my room. My limbs were snugly bound in tight knots, so all I could do was wriggle around in bed, twisting the blankets around me. I yearned for the comfort of my own futon, but the futility of such thoughts only forced me to confront the reality of my situation. If only I could wake up from... Hold on, let me take a sip of water. If only I could wake from this strange nightmare. But I could not, because it's reality. Those men from the night before must have taken me with them to the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. Shinsengumi. That's probably their name, the group name. What will happen to me now? I inhaled deeply, lying down to await my fate. Dare! Oh. Konnichiwa. Ohayo. It was at that moment that the door slid open, and a kind-looking man stepped through. Oh. I just woke up. You're not gonna do anything sussy, right? No. And you are? Genzaburo Inoue. Inoue Genzaburo. Inoue-san, よろしくお願いします。初めて。ありがとう、井上さん。Follow you? Okay. I mean... Oh my god, I realized I accidentally muted the audio the entire time. So sorry. It's Genzaburo Inoue. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I'm so sorry, guys. I nodded curtly and struggled to stand, but my body was sore from being bound up all night. Inoue treat me with something like courtesy, but it was clear that I was in a lesser position. He must have been able to guess my thoughts, however, because he smiled at me and winked. Winked? Okay. Okay. I'll trust you, I guess. Oh. Even at home, I heard rumors of the vicious Shinsengumi that were unflattering. It was hard to imagine that the people in charge of such an organization were gentlemen. Todo Heisuke? Right? Heisuke, right? The cute looking one, I think. With the bangs down. Ah, soka, arigato. Thank you. Despite Inoue's reassurances, it was difficult for me to trust what I was hearing as accurate. Oh. Excuse me. Inoue led me to a room and opened the door. I stepped inside and found myself surrounded by the leaders of Shinsengumi. Their eyes dug into me like sharp knives. I stared before me and then gulped nervously. Yes, I slept well. Well, it wasn't particularly comfortable. Yes. Oh, I was very tired. Sorry. You know, after a long night of what happened, my body needed to, you know, recharge. What? Yeah. What? Yeah, I figured. I'm like, why you're peeking? Why you're in there messing around with me? I stared at Okita. With his grin still spread along his face, he glanced over to Saito. I mean, I don't think Saito did anything wrong, but you on the other hand. You sound like a bunch of kids. Oh my god, Hijikata. Yo, your dialogue's so funny. You sound like he sounds like the big Nissan, like babysitting bunch of little totos. Hijikata's voice broke no further in subordination. Okita shrugged and fell silent, but the smile lingered through his bright eyes. It's so cute, his voice. Oh, sounding these three. The man who spoke was, well, he looked more like a boy than a man. Hey, never underestimate them, even though they're cute looking. Maybe this is the youthful Shinsengumi captain that Inoue was describing to me? I'd imagine the leaders of Shinsengumi to be older, maybe even middle-aged men, but their faces were still blessed with youth. In fact, one might even confuse them at first glance for a gang of Bohemian thugs. Calling me kid when you're also a kid. Actually, they do look a bunch of like thugs. You think about it. The way they just sit there. Dang. Gotta call them out like that. You gotta say that. Okay. This is Shinpachi there. The guy in the green headband, that's Shinpachi. I somewhat recalled Ino's description of the two energetic members. His mention of them was brief, but seeing them in person was an eye-opening experience. He said the short-haired one was Nagakura, and the other one with longer hair was Harada. He's so cute, Hesuke. Total Hesuke. Uroshiku. 3人に Uroshiku. Nice to meet you all three. Oh my god, Hesuke's so cute. I thought we were friends. Oh my god, guys, men be men's. Oops, sorry. Oh no, I accident. Hold on. Their back and forth reports seemed to develop into rhythm from years of friendship, which predated my arrival and made me foreign here. Despite their cheerful levity, they had not forgiven my presence among them. Suddenly, I wanted very much to go home. I want to leave this place and never return. My chest tightened and I stared down, hoping to wake up in a bed without all of this with only a memory. Wake up in bed with all of this only a memory. I wouldn't want any of this memory, though, not gonna lie, after that whole night trauma. Oh my god, your voice. Give me shivers. Your voice give me shivers. It's scary. His voice was calm and warm, and I felt myself relax, even if only a little bit. You're the scares out of all of us, Sanan. Oh my god, Hijigata. Actually, no, I don't blame you. The moment Sanan spoke, I felt shiver up into my spine. I'm like, hi? And on my headphone, hold on. Ah! Wait, my headphones. As he finished speaking, the rest of the men nodded solemnly in agreement. I wondered, who could possibly command such fear and respect from these men? Before a demon of a commander to feel such as well. Ah, he knows what's up.
かに決めたのは俺だ。さあ、今はそんなことを言ってる時じゃない。
And the men called Sana and Hijikata stared at one another with a smirk. Okay, 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 okay. These two, they're like kind of like at each other's throat, but not really, you know. Oh, such a finally a kind face. It's Kondo-san. This is Kondo. Kondo Isami, chief of Shinsengumi. Yoroshiku. Nice to meet you. When you say chief, do you mean to say you're the most important man in the Shinsengumi? Kyoto, Fukucho, Fukush. Okay, yeah.
いや、近藤さん、なんでいろいろ教えてやってんだよ、あんたは。
Mazuina. I just love his reaction. He was like, "Oh, you think it's a bad idea?" Mazuina.
情報を与える必要がないんだったら黙ってる方が得策なんじゃないですかね。わざわざ教えてやる義理はないと思うけど。
確かにそうなんだが、紹介しないことには話が進まんだろう。
ま、ここまで来たら知られて困ることもねえけどね。
Oh my god, I've been Okay, hold on. Despite knowing him for 5 minutes, it's easy to see that his words resonated well with his men. He had a sort of charisma that simply drew you in, a man who was impossible to hate. Who can hate him? Honestly, who can? He's so cool. He's like a ninja. Nisama.
本題に入る。まずは改めて昨晩の話を聞かせて。
はい。昨晩京の都を夜間巡察中、不老の同士の僧、相手が刀を取り、切り合いとなった。一部の大使らが老子を無力化しましたが、その後、彼らが失敗した様子をこの者に目撃されています。
As he finished, Seto turned to look at me. I didn't see anything. Even with my insistence, Hijikata continued to stare at me with a harsh glance. Seto remained expressionless, and the smile on Okita's face didn't change.
まあ、お前本当に何も見てないの？
Honestly, at this point, just spill the tea. Come on. Hi. Nanimonai. Yes, I didn't see anything.
見てないんならいいんだけどさ。あれ？掃除の話じゃ、お前が大使どもを助けてくれたって話だったな。
No, that's not true. Oh my god, I tried to ruin my career. I was running away from the Ronin. Then some people with Shinsengumi uniforms appeared. Really, they sort of rescued me.
つまり、大使どもが老子を かり見たってわけ。
Yes. Uh,
つまり最初から最後一部始終を見てた。
just spill the tea, please. Come on, it's not that hard. Don't say no. Don't say
根が素直なんだ。それ自体は悪いことじゃないんだ。
I wasn't sure what to make of Harada's word. My presence seemed bad for Shinsengumi. Will their next words be ones condemning to death for being at the wrong place at the wrong time? My voice shook, but I knew I had to try. I won't tell anyone. I promise.
偶然同士に絡まれていたという時、私たちに敵対するものとまでは言えません。
Oh no. He's gonna kill me. No.
相手の誘導時に
What? Interrogating? No. I'm a female. I'm looking for Chichi. Oh my daughter. What? She whimper? Oh my god. His voice was still warm, but his words were cold, and I began to feel my chances of life slip away.
花さなりという花この者が新選組に入り立たせる理由。
約束を破らない保証なんてないですし、やっぱり解放するのは難しいですよね。
Just spill the whole story right now.
ほら、殺しちゃいましょうよ。口封じするならそれが一番じゃないですか。
But
当時物騒なことを言うな。お上の民をむやみに殺して何とする。
I agree.
そんな顔しないでくださいよ。今のはただの冗談ですから。
Were you really?
あんたが冗談に聞こえる冗談だ。
After being rebuked by Saito, Okita gave a playful smile.
しかしなんとかならんのかね。まだこんな子供だろう。
Oh, you know, son, you're so nice.
私もなんとかしてあげたいとは思いますが、うっかり漏らされでもしたら一大事です。
They'll have a reason though.
私は副長のご意見を伺いたいのですが、いかがですか、土方副長。
The men looked to Hijikata, listening intently. He sighed and glanced around the room.
俺たちは昨晩、指導に背いた大使を粛清した。こいつはその現場に居合わせる。それだけだとおっしゃりたいんです。実際このガキの認識なんざその程度のもんだとは思う。
Yeah, I saw something. I saw Mad Men's.
けどよ、こればっかりは大義のためにも内密にしなきゃなんねえことだよな。新選組の大使は血に狂ってるなんて噂が立ちゃ、俺らのタイムにだって支障が出るぜ。
Shinpachi's word made sense to everyone. Hijikata's face looked grim.
おい、言葉を慎め。俺は指導に背いた大使を粛清した。
でもまあ、どっちみち見たことは変わらないんですよ。
Oh my god, my fingers.
総司の意見にも一理あると思うが、俺は土方さんや近藤さんの決定にした。俺は二
わしてやってもいいと思う。こいつは別にあいつらが血に狂った理由を知っちまったわけでもないんだしさ。
Oh, they're so nice. What do you mean, everything? Well, obviously, you don't know everything about Shinsengumi. They have a lot of shitty deeds. I couldn't help but wonder aloud, and the mood in the room shifted to an icy silence.
ケイスケ、余計なことをくれてやるな。
Worry. It's okay. It's okay, bro.
ああ、これでますます君の無罪放免が難しくなっちゃったね。
More like sounds like you don't want to let me go. Why does she keep whimpering?
何したるもの、死ぬ覚悟くらいできてんだろ。お前も諦めて腹くくっちまいな。
But I'm not a man. Oh, why does it die like a man? Oh, that's right. They still believe me to be a boy. Yeah, but you're not a boy. With everything else that had happened, I'd completely forgotten how I was dressed.
確かに潔く死ぬのも男の道だな。俺も若い頃は切腹したし。
What? You committed honorable suicide? Harada. Oh my god.
さもまだ生きてる。
結論も出ないところですし、一旦このまま部屋に戻してもどうでしょうか。
Saito, you're so good. Thank you for sending this child me to back to my room.
同席さん誰かに秘密を漏らさない。勝負は殺す方が楽なんです。
そういうことにするか。ちょっと調べたいことがあるし。
私もその判断なら賛成します。ここには迂闊な方も多いです。
There's too many careless men around here.
サンナさん、わざわざこっち見ているとかきついよ。
He's calling them out. Haha.
仕方ねえ。迂闊なのは俺らの艦隊だろ。主にエースと
That's probably why Okita and Saito is favored, like as captains.
そんな責めるなよ。俺だって悪気はなかったんだからさ。
While you're apologizing. I mean, I guess. Okay, hold on. I missed a couple. I could hear Toyo's voice rise as everyone turned to look at him. He looked at them for a bit. Okay. Ooh, I'm so tired. I was still apprehensive about what they might do to me, so I couldn't quite respond to him well. But he seemed to understand. I curtly managed to nod. It was the most I could manage.
それじゃあ斉藤、こいつを頼む。
承知しました。行くぞ。
はい。Alright. Alright. Warrior record has been unlocked. Warrior record? Like the people I met? After returning to my room, I spent some time reflecting upon my state in my steel-bound hands. The rumors spoke of the Shinsengumi as vicious men, but they seemed more intimate, human to me. Still, their presence or their being lingered through me as if to say, "We are not killers, but to protect our code, we must bring death." Remaining here is only bringing me closer to the possibility of them killing me. Yeah, you still need to find your father. Dokoni. I don't know if I can convince them to spare me. Just as I have no loyalty to them, they have no loyalty to me. Only the Shinsengumi. But then they mentioned a man must always be ready to face death. So are they still mistaking me for a man? Could I possibly risk exposing my true identity in exchange for mercy on my life? But this could just as easily backfire for me, and it could exact an even worse fate. I was truly at a loss for what to do. Attempt to explain my situation, find a way to escape. どうする? Attempt to. I mean, okay. I mean, you should have explained your situation during that moment. I would just escape. You know, that would get me killed. But attempt to explain my situation. I mean, that's better than nothing. You know what? I'm just gonna explain. Stay safe. That's my code. I would tell them the truth. You should have done that, girl. Perhaps if I did, they'd understand my dilemma. Perhaps they think I'm from Kyoto as well. If I told them I'd only just arrived in Kyoto, they might lower the guard, or so I hoped. I didn't know anyone in Kyoto, and I'd only come to look for my father. I haven't even told them I'm a girl. The rest, perhaps, could wait, but I felt it might be wise to tell them I was a girl. I took a deep breath and screamed loudly. Sumimasen! How to say, is anyone there? Is anyone there? I don't know. After a few moments, the door slid open. Who? I had to miss. Oh my god, so airy. No, that's not it. I want you to hear me out.
おそらくあんたの事情は汲めないからそれでよければ話す
わかりました。
お前の運のなさには成仏してくれ。
She's coming. Oh, Joe-san?
男なら諦めが肝心だろ。
They all spoke as if they already consigned me to death. It was time to make my choice. I decided to tell them why I'd come to Kyoto. Decided to tell them I was a boy. Gave up. I wouldn't give up. Tell them I was a boy. I mean, the whole point, it's not about gender. It's more about finding your father. Father. I'm looking for someone. Unfortunately, I don't know anyone in Kyoto. I only got here yesterday afternoon. Huh?
夜べもなしに女子一人で人探しをしていたわ。
Then you're nothing more than a lone girl looking for someone to help you.
今の今日は治安があんましよくね。
Yes! Saito! I love you! Yes! Oh my god! Arigato! You figured out. Oh yes! Saito! Oh my god, you're the best!
少し見ていればわかる。あんたの仕草
my god, arigato. Thank you so much.
ちょっと待ってよ。女って本当なのか？
はい。
そう言われてみると確かに動きがおしとやかな感じだったよ。
I guess you're just some kind of girl. What?
そうだよな。まあ俺は最初から気がついていたぜ。
なんかこれ
俺ってやつは女のことは知らなくて、だから言葉もないかしま女関係は最高に疎いもんな。
See, I knew it. The moment I heard Harada say Ojo-san, I was like, yes. And then they did not catch his word. That's the thing. That's the funny part.
だってよ、最初に言ってくれなきゃ。
ひとまず副長の元へ戻るぞ。
Saito, you're the best. Oh. Okay, now, okay, this is one of the reasons why everyone loves Saito, because he's the first one to say, and he's basically saved our ass. Like, he's like, Commander, let's put away before we even leak out any more information, and then we're gonna have to actually cut our neck. Saito, this is why everyone loves you.
当然だがあんたにも来てもらう。事情の説明、全員が揃ってからだ。
はい。わかりました。He looked at me silently and nodded. I nodded too, unsure of what else I could do. Back to the same room. There I was, surrounded once again by the leaders of Shinsengumi.
少年にしては華奢で可愛らしい顔をしていると思っていたんだが、まさか本物だったとはな。
Kondo was nodding his head repeatedly, as if he were agreeing with a very intelligent suggestion. For him to notice the softness of my features, it flattered me a bit.
女だって聞いてたら女にしか見えなくなってくるんだよ。
Mm-hmm.
しかし女の子を一晩縄で縛っておくとは悪いことをしたね。
でもよ、女だって言うが別に証拠はないんだろ。
Proof? What kind of proof you want? My reaction. You don't want to see my mune or oppai, right? Or like anything. Yo, unless when we dress up as a girl or something.
証拠も何も一目瞭然だろうが。なんなら脱がせてみるか。
No, no, thank you. No, thank you.
許さんぞ。注目の中、女子に肌をさらさせるなど言語道断。
Arigato, Kondo-san.
だがな、それが一番手っ取り早いと思ったんだ。無理にとは言わないのだ。でもよ、本当に女だって言うなら殺しちまうのも知らんね。
Killing you would just feel kind of wrong. What? Yeah. That'd be slaughtering a woman.
何甘いこと言ってるんだ。男だろうが女だろうが、性別の違いは生かす理由にならねえだろ。
もっともです。ですが、女性に限らず、そもそも人を殺すのは忍びないことです。
Yes, Sanan, I agree with you.
今日の治安を守るために組織された私たちが無益な殺生をするわけにはいきません。
Yes, I agree. Mm-hmm.
結局女の子だろうが男の子だろうが今日の平安を乱しかねないなら話は別ですよ。
Mm-hmm. Still a threat, actually. You think about it, like, whether it's a girl or boy, and they saw something, you're just kind of like, you gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, come on, like, it's about, by the end of the day, it's about reputation. The Shinsengumi had already suffered a very gruesome reputation in Kyoto. If rumors spread that their men were thirsty for blood, things weren't likely to go well for them. Kyoto would banish them, and with no one to protect the people, the city would erupt in chaos. Each of the members deeply understood the consequences of behaving rashly in these times. You did? Since when? Edo. Right! I was from Edo. Came from Edo to Kyoto. The minute my name was spoken, the vibe in the room shifted immensely. Everyone wore a stunned expression, eyes wide, and no words were uttered in response. Until... Yukimura, yep.
偶然にしちゃって行き過ぎだぞ。ああ、待て。それを判断するためにも、まず君の話を聞かせて。
At Kono's behest, I stood up to speak. What? My name is Osa Yukimura. Or original will be, yeah. Under the watchful eyes of the leaders, I sharply described how I came to face them. How I lived in Edo. How I came to Kyoto to find my father. How lonely the city felt before I arrived.
そうか。出身も江戸だったのだな。父上を探して遠路はるばる京に来たのか。
Hey, MC, you're so lucky. I'm surprised nothing bad happened to you until now in Kyoto.
して、お父上は何と。
父は、父はKodo Yukimura. My father is Kodo Yukimura. Or Yukimura Kodo desu. What are you guys talking about?
あなたが持っていた手紙の筆跡。これはまさに行動さんが残したもの。
Eh?
まさか本当に行動さんのご息じゃ。
What did my father do? You know my father? The silence was enough to tell me that the revelation of my parentage caused a pronounced change in the behavior. Huh? What information are you talking about?
いいから洗いざらい全部吐け。何しに今日に来やがった。
Dang, why you so aggressive? Chill! My god. Calm down, Hijikata. Calm down. I just came to look for my father. I swear I don't know anything else.
親父の行動さんが何をしてるか知っててここに来たんだろうが。
No? I was only aware of my father being Kyoto for his medical work, but I haven't seen him since last summer. That's all I know. Yeah, right.
本当に何も知らないのかもしれません。
So, what do you mean, you know? Wait, what? It's like, what do you know about my father? Where's he right now? Oh my god. Where is he right now? Please tell me. Yeah, where's my father?
現在新選組で探している。
Guess make it sound like he's some kind of like prisoner or a criminal. You're after my father? Damn. So this means
勘違いしないでね。僕たちが行動さんを狙ってるわけじゃないから。
I see. A huge wave of relief overcame me.
同じ幕府側の協力者なんだけど、実は彼、夏から行方知れずなんだよ。
Disappeared. So my father did disappear.
幕府をよく思わない行動さんに目をつける可能性が高い。
A loud and audible gasp, but Saito continued without paying me any mind.
生きている鉱山乱歩の利用価値がありすぎる。
Actually, let me quickly save. File 2. I wasn't sure what else to do, so I nodded. My heart pounded in my chest, threatening to burst onto the floor.
近藤さん、どうでしょうか。同じ人物を探す者同士、彼女に手を貸してあげてはいかが。
手を貸すとはどういう。
行動さんが見つかるまで互いに協力し合うということです。
Logically, that makes sense.
彼女に協力してもらうことで行動さんが見つかる可能性は格段に上昇するでしょう。
Eh?
私たちがいくら探しても姿形を変えられてしまっては見抜くことは難しい。
That's true.
ですが報道さんの娘である君ならば身なりが変わっていようと看破できますね。
Mochiron. Yes, of course.
それに彼女が手中にあるというのは何かと都合がいいと思います。
どうだとし三男君の意見に俺は賛成。
こいつが本当に何も知らねえって言うんだ。
It's true. I know that my father headed to Kyoto, but I don't know anything else. Oh my god, the narrating. And about last night, I didn't see anything.
まあ、あの乱歩医の娘となりゃ。
His eyes narrowed as he looked down at me.
夕べの件は忘れるって言うんなら、父親が見つかるまでお前を保護して。
Yes, yes, sir. Hi.
君の父上を見つけるためならば、我ら新選組は協力は惜しまんと。
Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. Bows. I never imagined something like this. I was elated to have escaped death, but not only had I survived, but I'd found my first decent lead.
殺されずに済んでよかったね。とりあえずはだけど。
Hey, don't be like that. Don't be like that. He gave me that same wolfish grin. Well, he is kind of like a wolf in a way. There's no denying that my situation was still less than desirable, but it didn't matter for now. Yes, I'm very glad. Against all odds, at last, I'd found help where I'd never have expected it at. the Shinsengumi. My first day in Kyoto was quite the adventure. In spite of everything I'd seen, my fortune was improving with every step. I still had a long way to go, but keeping positive was my only hope.
雪村君、よかったね。これからはよろしく頼むよ。
Yoroshiku, Inoue-san. Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure for me as well.
なあ、天才。おなごとなれば、ここのような男女体では申し訳ない気がする。
ええ、そうですね。これはちょっと困りましたな。
不便があれば言う。その都度可能な範囲で対処しよう。
はい、わかりました。ありがとう。Thank you.
まあ女の子となりゃ手厚くもてなさんといかんよな。
Oh my god. Nagakura was like all so awkward after finding out my gender.
心拍さん女の子に弱いもんな。でもだからって手のひら返すの早すぎ。
いいじゃねえか。これで豚書が華やかになると思えば、新八に限らずはしゃぎたくもなるだろう。
Yeah. I wasn't entirely sure I believed that sentiment.
とはいえ、ここでは女性として扱うのは難しそうです。大使として扱うのもまた問題ですし、彼女の処遇は少し考えなければなりません。
なら誰かの交渉にすりゃいいだろう。近藤さんとか三男さんとか。
A page. Hold on. An assistant to a samurai or noble, traditionally a young man. Okay. Just need to check.
やだな、土方さん。そういう時は言い出しっぺが責任取らなくちゃ。
Oh no, we're stuck with Hijikata.
ああ、そうだな。都市のそばなら安心だ。
Uh-oh.
そういうことで、土方君。彼女のこと、よろしくお願いしますね。
Ah, that's why you don't suggest.
勝手に決めてるんじゃねえ。
You son of bitches. Oh my god, that English subtitle. I can't. As I watched our back and forth, some of my earlier relief began to ebb away. And this is how the Shinsengumi had come to look after me. Soka. Whew. February 1864. I slid the door open and met a breath of cool morning air. So it's been a month, I think. Clumps of thick clouds trundled slightly over the city, an unusual strong wind driving them along. It's cold today. Nimui. Wait. Nimui? No, Nimui is sleepy. I don't remember the word, but it's cold. I shivered a bit and grabbed a jacket from near the door to wrap myself. A week had passed since I'd... Oh, it's only been a week. A week had passed since I'd begun reliving the headquarters of the Oh my god, I yawned. A week had passed since I'd begun living in the headquarters of the Shinsengumi. I wasn't given a room on my own, but they made it clear that I wasn't to roam freely. Oh, did I just say I wasn't? I mean, she was given a room of her own. They weren't the best accommodations, but given how close I was being murdered by them, instead, I thought it was best not to complain. Still, did I really need to dress like this all the time? I sighed, staring at my feet on the cold floor. They'd given me temporary accommodations, but it wasn't without its strict conditions.
お前の身柄は新選組預かりですが、女として屯所へ置くわけにはいかない。新選組にかくまわれている女が、そんな話が万一にも広まれば、よくねえ勘繰りをするやつなんて出てくる。
Makes sense.
噂を聞いて行動さんを狙っている奴らがお前まで狙い出すかもしれない。もちろん行動さんが狙われていると確定したのでしょう。こういう不確定要素が多い現状で迂闊な行動は取れない。だからお前には断層を続けてもらう。
わかりました。All clear, sir. His reasoning was sound. Perhaps more than that, I knew he was concerned not only for the Shinsengumi, but also for the safety of my father and myself. I didn't have a choice, regardless, but keeping this in mind made his orders more palatable.
それに、たとえ君にその気がなくとも、女性の存在は体内の風紀を乱しかねない。ですから私たち幹部のほか、大使たちへも君の事情は話しません。
はい。
情報はそれこそどこから広まるかわかりませんから。
I understand the situation. So, what should I do while I'm here?
屯所じゃ何もしなくていい。部屋を一つやるから引きこもってる。
And then?
あれおかしいな。この子、誰かさんの故障になるんじゃなかったですか？
いいか、総司。てめえは余計な口出しせずに黙って。
Dang. Wait, what was wait, hold on. I just saw something. Okita just like he became so morphed and small. Oh my god. Before long, I'd been there for a week. I guess I don't have much of a choice. No sense in dwelling on what I can do after all. Although it was still a new sensation, I'd grown comfortable in dressing like a boy, particularly the feeling of wearing pants. I straightened up and touched the kodachi that Hichikata had given back to me. This was a familiar friend of mine, the blade by my hip stretching back to as far as I can recall. According to my father, this was an important heirloom passed down through the Yukimura clan. As such, I was forced to take lessons in swordplay, making me well aware of what the blade was capable of. I had never cared much for weapons. Weapons hurt people, which is an obvious factor, but it was more than that, at least for me. For as far back as I could remember, any wounds I suffered healed at an incredible rate. Small cuts would disappear overnight. What? As a child, I thought nothing of it, but as I grew older, I began to realize that I was not quite normal. My father insisted it was a gift of the gods, but that I should tell no one of it. I didn't tell anyone, of course. I was afraid they would treat me like a monster if they knew. Ever since then, I'd done my best not to get hurt. I stayed as far away from blades as I could, and before I realized, I developed a fear of them. My constant need for disguise was frustrating, but my condition left me more unsettled. Taketo. Still, that wasn't the only thing on my mind. The rank and file soldiers treat me coldly. I'm not just imagining it, right? I learned having a private room was a privilege, even for captains. For a child to arrive and receive better treatment than their own captains. No surprise, really, for the soldiers to hate me. True, I suppose I can't really blame them. I was enjoying Shinsengumi's hospitality, and so I felt I should help them some way, but I knew nothing of soldiers and their ways. I gave as much effort as possible, despite Hijikata's commands for me to remain in my room. How does one calm the lonely, restless mind? I think for the soldiers, whenever the captains or other officers would look out for me, it appeared as if they were giving me special treatment. They're just watching me. To make sure I kept my mouth shut, they took turns keeping watch over me. Any mistake on my part would cause huge trouble, so they were making an effort to keep me contained. Even if I could speak with the soldiers, what conversations could we share? Nothing? My only respite from any possibility of detection would be to stay alone again. All I wanted from this, though, was to find my father. Even though they promised to help me, keeping me locked here without the ability to leave was no better than being tied up. Just when it felt like I'd made some progress into my journey, my search was kept to a halt. Perhaps I thought I could talk to Hijikata if he would give me permission to look for my father. Oh no, that's not right. Hijikata just recently departed to Osaka. Well, if Hijikata's not here, I wasn't sure what to do. Search the compound, talk to someone, stay put. Honestly, you should search the compound. Stay put. Search the compound. Well, if it's me, I personally would. You know, let's search the compound. No. Based on what she said, she isn't sure what to do. Let's stay put. Let's be good. Let's be a good girl. Let's be a good girl for today. To be completely honest, staying in the room was awfully boring. No, considering your predicament, you need to follow Hijikata's order, Osa. Dang. Okay, okay. I don't want to cause a disturbance on top of what I'd done. The consequences would be... What am I doing here? A forlorn malaise wafted over me. The room was nice, of course, but also practically empty. I was uncomfortable, I suppose, but not comfortable either, and nothing passed the time. Here I thought I got used to it. Here I thought I got used to doing nothing. My father's business required him to take trips frequently, sometimes for days at a time, and so I spent a good deal of time home on my own. This isn't quite the same, though. Back then, I always knew he'd be back eventually. Waiting for someone you knew would return, and waiting for what you didn't quite know, are two very different things. When will I be able to start looking for father again? I wonder. Oh my god. She has a lot of dialogues, more than I thought. My reflections all manifest into sighs eventually. Dare? Who? Kondo-san! I've been looking for you. Ah, Kondo-san! Kondo smiled brilliantly at me as he... Yeah, Kondo smiled can't speak. Kondo smiled brilliantly at me as he stepped into the room holding a tray in his hand. Is it food? I'm sorry? I wasn't sure what to make of his words, so instead I silently bowed.
いや、待てよ。もしや、ここが君の部屋なのか。
For now, yes.
なんと、俺は女子の部屋に無断で立ち入ってしまったというわけか。
It's okay, sir. I mean, it's an empty room. There's really nothing there, honestly. I mean, you're just at the doorway, right? Oh no, it's fine. After all, it isn't as though there's anything here I wouldn't want you to see.
都市の保証というからには、都市の隣部屋かと思っていたのだが。
Oh. Hichigata had, of course, failed to tell Kono that I had yet to make a page. I wasn't surprised. It wasn't too hard to see what was going on. I'm not really prepared to entertain, but you're welcome to come in if you like.
そうか。では失礼してお邪魔させてもらおう。そうかしこまらんでくれ。君は我ら新選組の客人のようなものだからな。
Arigato. Thank you, Kondo. Oh! Then he placed a tray on the floor between us. Is it what I think it is? This is... As I looked down at the tray, I could barely stifle a sudden squeal of excitement.
君は甘いものは好きだ。茶菓子の棚にコンペイトーがあったのでな。
Oh, Kondo, thank you. Thank you, big brother. On the plate, he arranged several colorful candies in a cup of warm green tea.
どう嫌いでなければぜひ食べてみないか。さあ、遠慮は
Oh,
無用だ。
sorry. No, I accidentally skip his dialogue. Skip his dialogue. Thank you. Oh my god. I cautiously reached to take one of the candies. Oishi. Oishi desu. It's good. It's delicious. It had been a while since I had any sweets. Something about the small colorful candy seemed so adorable that I couldn't help but smile.
そうか。気に入ってくれたみたいで何よりだ。
Kondo possessed a warming presence that made me feel safe as he watched me to eat.
そういえば、まだ外出の許可は出ていないそうだ。
It's true, but it seems better to know my place. Rushing things would only make more trouble. So, just as Hichigata suggested, I plan on waiting it out just a little more.
なるほど。分かってくれて嬉しい。 ああ見えてトシは昔から他人に世話を焼かないでいられない性分だからな。
I figured, I mean, come on. He's so... Damn, I'm like, chill, but, you know, I understand your concerns too. Wow, I had no idea. I really didn't. I could see that. No, it's... You can see he cares for Shinsengumi, so... That didn't seem right. But then again, I told myself, Kondo knows him much better than I do.
ちょっと厳しいところがあるかもしれんが、今回の件で君を思う。
I guess that's to be the case. If the commander doesn't think it's time for me to leave yet, then I trust him. I'm sure you all know what's out there better than I do. I hadn't spent much time with him, but it was obvious that Hichigata was no fool. He was intimidating, of course, but he was a man of good intentions.
これからもトシには伝えておこう。退屈だろうな。もうしばらく我慢してくれ。
Okay. Alright, arigato. He hadn't done much, to be honest, but Kondo's visit had cheered me up greatly. Well, of course, the conditions of staying in my room were left unchanged. However, the creature comforts of spending an afternoon drinking warm tea gave me some life. Time stood still, shadows drifting along my wall. How long am I going to do this? Solitude was proving detrimental to any glimmer of hope. My heart felt heavier with each moment. How lonely the wistful, forlorn mind can become. I've been swept up in a frightening world I didn't understand and couldn't possibly control. I can't possibly figure out what's happening to father if I'm stuck here. Only Hichikata can give me permission to leave, and he's gone. All I could do was wait. Lamenting things that wouldn't change wouldn't improve my situation and would arguably make it worse. I knew I couldn't trust the men of Shinsengumi completely, but they were, after all, men who could take life in a blink of an eye. It would be just as easy for them to end my life. Well, at least they've all been nice to me for now. They're nice men deep down, right? Don't need to call me out, sir, but yes, Okita. What are you doing here? Hey, it's a ladies' room. What are you doing? Oh. It's his turn. Did you hear anything? Oh. Did you hear everything I said? Yeah, that smug smile. Yeah, he definitely did. I'll smug smile too. Yeah, definitely heard me. Yeah. I wanted to scream, but before I could open my mouth, Saito stepped out from behind the door. Saito, you're the best! Wait, were you here the whole time too? Oh, thank goodness. I'm sorry for screaming like that. That's true. True, I didn't say anything, bad, but still. Well, I was just embarrassed to be caught talking to myself. I felt you. I feel you. As Saito watched me fidgeting and mumbling, his eyes pierced right through me. No. I mean, no. Self-talking? No. No? No? Oh, no, yeah. Nothing at all. Definitely nothing. Nothing. We had no discussion. Barely anything. He just came to say, sup, and I'm like, bro, when were you there? Aww. Yeah, that's true. Saito shrugged shortly before we caught the sound of footsteps approach us noisily. Heisuke shot through the door. The moment he saw us, however, his face fell. Yeah, dinner time, yo, I'm hungry. That was Heisuke, man. It's gonna be gone before you know it. Men's be men's eating a lot because they're hungry from a lot of workout. Not workout, but sorry, Toto. I'll be there as soon as I can. He turned to leave, but he halted in his tracks. He pursed his small lips together before speaking. Okay, Heisuke. Are you sure? Mm. Alright, I'll do that then.
そうそう、それでいいよ。じゃあ早く行こうぜ。
Dinner time.
ようやく来たか。おめえら遅えんだよ。この俺の腹の高鳴りをどうしてくれんだ。
Yourself?
それってただ腹が鳴ってるだけだろ。困るよね、こういう単純な人。お前らが来るまで食い始めるのを待っててやった。俺様の寛大な腹に感謝しやがれ。
シンパチー、それ寛大な心だ。それじゃいつものように自分の飯は自分で守れよ。
今日も相変わらずせこい夕飯だよな。というわけで隣の晩ご飯突撃だい。
What? Yo!
弱肉強食の時代、俺様がいただくぜ。
Oh my god, he's stealing food.
ちょっと心配った。なんで俺のおかずばっか狙うかな。
Oh, sorry, he's scared that he just had to steal your food.
それは体の大きさだ。大きいやつにはそれなりに食うの
Damn,
が必要なんだよ。
that's a big bowl of rice.
ああ、育ち盛りの俺はもっともっと食わないとね。
毎回毎回こんなのですまないな。
No problem. I've gotten used to it. Yeah.
慣れて恐ろしい。
So, how are we to deal with accepting such insanity? Well said, Saito. Kinda agree. Oh, why aren't you taking anything?
あんまりお腹いっぱいに食べるとバカになるしね。
He's mocking them.
おいおい、バカとは聞くぜ。だがその飯はいただくぜ。
どうぞどうぞ。僕はお酒をちびちびしてればいいし。
じゃあ俺も酒にするな。
ただご飯とか気にしないで。お腹いっぱい食べるんだよ。
I know. I can't help but feel a little bad, you know. Actually, don't feel bad. You have a big eater next to you. You should just eat your food.
気にしなくても自分の飯は自分で守る。
Yeah, I agree. Protect what's yours. Don't let them steal your food. Also, eating alone made the experience of dinner with these men both an exhilarating and a frightening evening for me. It was actually fun and, I mean, did I say funny? I mean, fun, but funny too, but giggles.
最初からそうやって笑ってよ。俺らもお前を悪いようにはしないさ。
His mouth curled up into the honest smile of his own. Had I really looked so down? Perhaps they were all trying to cheer me up. I wasn't quite sure how to feel. I was conflicted over whether or not to feel pity for myself or to appreciate the moment for what it was. The joy seemed to be winning out, however, and I caught myself smiling as Inoue entered the room. So quiet. Oh, okay. Something bad happened. The warmth of the room slowly evaporated.
大坂にいるトシさんから手紙が届いたんだ。三男さんがタイム中に重傷を。
Oh no! Sannan! His arm. His legs. He got cut. What? Yes, what indeed.
何があったの？
Yeah, what happened?
二人が訪ねる大坂の呉服屋に同志たちが無理やり押し入ったらしい。駆けつけたトシさんと三男さんが何とか同志たちを退けたらしいが。
Damn. Ruthless. Is he going to be alright?
相当の深手だと手紙に書いてあるけど、傷は左腕とのことだ。剣を握るのは難しいみたいだが、命に別状はないそうだ。
I exhaled in a brief sigh of relief, but the rest of the room was tense, still itching for answers.
数日中には当初へたどり着くんじゃないかな。それじゃ、私はイサミさんと話があるから。
Oh. He turned as he spoke, his last words delivered over his shoulder, and was gone. That was intense. A sight who soon broke the awkward silence.
剣が握れないほどの深手、腕の筋まで立たれているかもしれない。
That kind of hurts to think about it.
刀は片腕で容易に扱えるものだ。最後の三段さん、二度と死ぬ。
At last, I understood.
片腕で扱え、刀の威力が損なわれる。そして、つばぜり合い。
Damn, Sana, no wonder. Makes sense now.
薬でも何でも使ってもらうしかないですね。三男さん、納得してくれるんじゃないかな。
掃除。めったなこと言うもんじゃねえ。幹部が羅刹になってどうするんだよ。
Furries. Lassets. Fairies. I keep saying furries. It's fairies. Eh? Wait, that didn't make any sense. What are the fairies? Hey, why are you spilling? Hold on. Heisuke, you talk too fast. Ooh. Before I could move, Harada was on his feet and halfway across the room. I barely had time to gasp before he drove his face into Heisuke. Daijoubu.
やりすぎだぞ、その。悪かったな、平介。先に口を滑らせたこっちも悪かった。
大丈夫か？悪い。
Right, you're drinking sake. After a moment, Harada curtly nodded to Heisuke in an apology, the latter offering a quick, pained smile. His punch had enough force to knock out a lesser man, but Heisuke seemed unfazed. It was never clear how different these men were.
今の話は君が聞いちゃいけないことにほんのちょっと首を突っ込んだところだ。
わかりました。
これ以上のことは教えられねえんだ。気になるだろうけど何も聞かないでほしい。それとさっきの平介の話は忘れてくれ。
His voice was friendly, but his eyes gave his words a cold weight that made me feel uncomfortable.
羅刹っていうのはかわいそうな子たちだ。
Ogura's voice was flat, emotionless. A sudden chill of melancholy, I don't know, entered his eyes. I couldn't bring myself to say anything more. Thankfully, Nakakura broke the awkward silence.
お前さんは何も気にしなくていいんだって。だからそんな顔するなよ。
Okay. ... I was only a guest in their house, not a warrior of the Shinsengumi. The truth of the Shinsengumi secret were no business of mine, something I'd known. There was little value in the sentiment, however. Did I just say there's no value? There was little value in, yeah.
アスベル、深く踏み込む。あんたの生き死ににも関わりがある。
Yes, sir. Oh. The wall between us almost tangible, almost far too large an obstacle for me to defeat easily. Sigh. Hold on. I finished my dinner in sad silence, excused myself, and returned to my room. I had a great deal to think about it. Fairies. I wondered to myself if the fairies referred to a Rakshasa pictured in Buddhist texts. Though I wasn't well versed, I recalled reading a text about a man-eating demon god with that name. I had no idea where to start, from drinking the medicine to Captain becoming a fairy. No, I wasn't supposed to think about these things. Yeah, you're not supposed to, yo. I was only going to get myself in trouble if I stuck my nose where it didn't belong. Seeing or hearing the wrong thing could kill me. If I die, I'll have a hard time looking for my father. The Shinsengumi captains are keeping themselves hush around me, especially about the fairies. Are they doing to protect me? Even if I dug around, I'm sure nothing good would come out of it. Yes. Go to bed. With that in mind, I did my best to clear my head of the evening's events and slipped into my futon. And there it goes. March 1864. March 1864. It fast approached a month since I began living with the Shinsengumi headquarters. Hijikata and Sana finally returned to the compound from the trip to Osaka, but spirits were low. Sana's injury had unforeseen consequences for everyone in the organization. Day-to-day operations became hectic for a little while. His wounds seemed quite dire, and they drained whatever goodness in his nature he hoped to keep. Sana would spend days holed up in his room, protected by a barrier of impenetrable silence. If he were to leave his room, a rare occasion now, he was often short-tempered and quickly retreated. I mean, can you really blame him? Come on, he can't wield a sword anymore. Even though I too spent days in exile in my room, he seemed to take it much differently. Sana seemed trapped within a painful memory, each day bringing him closer to a gloomy twilight. I softly pondered what service I could offer to the Shinsengumi if I were not allowed to search for my father. I'm sure Hijikata is overwhelmed with whatever business he's dealing with, but I need to visit him. I realized with the tension so high that it's better not to have Hijikata on my side rather than not. I crept around the hall looking for Hijikata, but he was nowhere to be seen. Would it be impolite to visit his room would it be impolite to visit his room directly? As I paced around the hall in contemplation, an unknown warrior appeared before me. Oh, hi. I've never seen this person before. I've been living in the Yagi residence for a month, but he was unfamiliar to me. Yeah. I like your hair though. I like long hair. don't know what to say. Hi. My current dilemma compelled me to approach him. Excuse me, have you seen Hijikata? The man turned to respond, and my eyes widened to scan his enormous frame before he spoke. Oof. Dang, he's already questioning my existence. Well, it's a long story. Dang, dang, chill. These people so commanding. No wonder you guys are commanders. So Yukimura. And who you might be? Who you might be? I was unaware they were telling people that I was an apprentice working at headquarters. However, my reputation was the last thing on my mind as I faced the man's pressuring gaze. I didn't appreciate the harsh scrutiny he seemed to impose, scanning me from head to toe. Yo, I have priorities. Let me go. Tricks? Man. Samurais. I did no such thing. Urusai na. Like God, this person. Okay, it's either MC is gonna say something to him or someone's gonna come and rescue, like always. ... Takeda Kanryusai. Ah, Takeda-san. You're so rude. He grew increasingly agitated, almost like a petulant child, because I refused to answer. Oh, what? Almost like a petulant child. Oh, wow. He reached his massive hand over towards me as if to grab me, but then a voice stopped him. Okay, who stopped him? Oh. Hey, Hijikata, sup? Dang, how tall is he? Is he taller than Hijikata? Soka. Alright. Takeda turned to take his leave, but then he slowed his step, leaving us with a few words. Birthplace? Oh, Hijikata's from Edo. Okay, I get it now. Because that's kind of like your own people in a way. Once Takeda exited the hall, I couldn't help but feel a rush of relief.
おい雪村、事務所の中を勝手に歩くんじゃねえ。
Hey, sir, I was looking for you. I didn't mean to cause trouble. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
このヤギ邸に寝起きしてるやつだ。
And only those things at Yagi residence know. Oh. Wait, hold on. Yagi residence. Yeah. Location of the first headquarters. Oh, so okay. So only the first headquarters knows. But any other headquarters, any other. Okay, gotcha.
前川邸からこっちに来るやつだ。
Maekawa? Another residence. Located right beside the Yagi, but it was the first ever headquarters used by the Shinsengumi. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Claire, I promise to be more careful going forward. So, may I ask who that man was? I mean, he did already say his name to you.
5番組組長の武田官流祭。
Kandusai, Takeda Kandusai.
腕はそこそこだな。文学だが軍学の多少の知恵を持っている。
I see. He's a tricky one. Okay.
それから用がないならお前もこの辺でうろうろしてないで部屋に戻っていろ。
Okay, sir. Hijikata attempted to dismiss me, having said what he felt was appropriate as a stern commander. Yo, I came here to ask if I can help, so... I didn't get many chances to see Hijikata, so I took the opportunity to offer my aid to the house. I actually have a favor to ask you, Hijikata. Staying in my room for long periods alone makes me feel terribly useless. Would you please give me something to do? I'll do anything. Cleaning, laundry, anything. Hijikata sensed the sincerity of my plea, and it appeared as though he actually considered it.
部屋にこもっているのはそんなに退屈か。
Yes. Skoshi. Yes.
わかった。ゲンさんに伝えておくから、後で指示を仰ぐ。
Yay, thank you. Honto?
その代わり、あまり外から来たやつと関わるんじゃない。
Okay, sir. Understood. Thank you so much. The next day, Inoue informed me that I was given more freedom within the headquarters, which allowed me to exit my room freely. My duties included cleaning, laundry, and cooking. Not the most glamorous of chores, of course. However, it gave me an opportunity to occupy myself as opposed to going stir crazy in my room. June 1864. Is this still chapter 1? I can't tell no more. I just kept going. Okay, actually, hold on. Let me do a quick research. Hakuoki Kyoto. Okay. I guess so. So there are chapters and sub-chapters. Alright. Cool. Whoops. Alright, let's continue this. June 1864. The fourth year of the Bakkyu era became the Ganji Ganon, and the summer sweetly blossomed. Spring shed its blooming skin, giving birth to lush green trees facing the wide open sky. During one of these beautiful summer days, I finished cleaning after everyone ate breakfast, and Saito brought me to the hall to Hijikata.
副長斉藤です雪村を連れてまいりました
入る。
Saito responded by quietly opening the sliding doors, gesturing me to enter the room. Upon entering, I saw Hijikata, but also Okita, Nakakura, Harada, and Heisuke in the hall. It appeared that only the captains who were aware of my situation were present.
随分と長く待たせた。お前を外に出してやる。
Yes, about time. Like, honto? I could barely contain the excitement in my voice as soon as the words came out of his mouth. So, is it true there was a man in Fushimi that matched my father's profile?
真偽は定かじゃねえが。
Hmm.
本人かどうかは娘のお前に確かめてもらうのが一番だ。
Verification. I nodded in response. For now, any information pertaining to my father was appreciated, so I was thankful. So, where is this man who supposedly looks like my father?
伏見にある寺田屋って宿だ。これから斎藤に。
Terada. Saito is assigned. I wasn't sure if that meant I was to accompany Saito or if I would have to wait longer for him. Then Harada chimed in.
だが行動さんがまだそこにとどまらねえ
Oh.
ああ、伏見にいたってことは今日の街中をうろついてる可能性もある。
その通り。だから原田と新八、それから平助の巡察にこいつを同行させて高度さんを探してもらう。
俺たち全員でいつもは手分けして順番に見回りしてるのに。
Hijikata didn't bother entertaining a response, instead looking towards me. Was he just what is English? Suggesting. These were the men who were responsible for dealing with me should I attempt to flee. Heisuke must have sensed this as well, as he made no attempt to push the issue any further.
言いたいことは分かりましたけど、この子のおもりを僕たちに任せっぱなしってのは気に入らないな。
Well, suck it up, Okita. Gotta babysit cause he said so, so gotta do your job.
今日は確か土方さんも外出する予定が入ってましたよ。今後のためにも可愛い故障を同行させていろいろ勉強させたら。
I love how Okita was pinning MC to Hijikata.
何を言ってやがる。こいつが俺の故障っつうのはお前が勝手に言ってただけだろうが。
でも他の大使たちは完全にそう信じ込んでるみたいですよ。嘘から出た誠なんて言葉もありますし、相応の仕事をさせた方がいいんじゃないですか。
As Okita and Hijikata bickered at one another, the mood of the room was locked in the tense words, but Harada whispered to me.
今の今日は物騒だし無理に出かける必要はねえと思うぜ。俺たちも一応行動さんの顔はわかるんだしな。
I could look for my father in Fushimi or join the patrol rounds, assuming he'd he's moved places or stay here to keep safe from the outside. Or accompany Hijikata as his page. Don't tell me I have to make choice. No! Find in the headquarters, accompany Hijikata as page, join them on their rounds, go to Fushimi. Join them on their rounds, go to Fushimi. I will go to Fushimi. My father might be at Fushimi. I want to find out. Even if he had already left Fushimi's location. I had already made up my mind. I'll go. Oh, I'm going with Saito. Okay, I'm going with Saito. Oh, okay. Oh my god, it just clicked to me. Every single path has. Okay. Oh my god, I was so slow. I'll go to Terada and Saito. Would you mind if I come along with you? Ah, I should have realized it. It's okay. No problem. Thank you. Wow, I couldn't believe I might see father. My heart pounded heavily in my chest, and I did my best to keep my composure and bow. Wow. There goes the image again. The air was slightly humid, a thin dampness permeating despite no signs of rain. Feels amazing. It was an even longer while since I've worn straw sandals, so blisters formed around my strap. I'm fine. I was eager to see if my father was nearby, so I ignored my minor distractions or obstacles. It seemed Saito could read through my words, and he pretended to ignore my discomfort. We were heading to Fushimi, which is south of Kyoto. Hijikata mentioned my father was staying at the Terada Inn, but how do we know if it's legit? A bald doctor? I grew restless with anticipation from Saito's words, and my heart couldn't contain itself. Could this person really be my father? How many bald men practice his field of study? You know, I don't blame you. Hi. I had to make sure Saito doesn't see me as a burden, so I took my strap and hurried with him. Shortly after, we reached the Terada Inn, located in Fushimi. Is my father really here? The inn itself looked well kept from the outside, and Fushimi stared in the background. I clenched my throat nervously as I approached the door, but I waited for Saito to instruct me. Wait, we're going through the tea shop? I had so many questions both for him and father. However, Saito seemed very calculated, spanning the area since we arrived, so it felt best to trust in his judgment. We entered a tea shop around the other side, and Saito began scoping the Terada Inn. Saito led me to a seat near the shop's balcony, and he whispered discreetly into my ear. The Satsuma. From the west? From what I knew, the Choshu domain was connected to Imperial Ronin from the west as well. What does that mean for my father to be here? Oh no. Father doing shady deeds. Oh no, surely it's a coincidence. Saito looked at me but didn't respond. The possibility of my father conducting business in Fushimi now pointed to an implicit relationship between him and Imperialist. But that couldn't be the case. My father explicitly told me that he was visiting Kyoto under direct orders from the shogunate. Surely there was a reason for the confusion. But what kind of reason would he have been being here? Huh? You want me to watch the end? Might as well. Saito wasn't my babysitter, but I'd appreciate some backup if something went wrong. Does Saito trust me enough for him to take his eyes off of me? I don't want to mess things up. Saito, ever the keen eye, spoke to comfort me. Oh, okay, that's why. Oh, it smells so gentle. Alright. Hi. Saito stood quickly and disappeared into the crowd, leaving me in my seat at the tea shop. I had to play the part, so I gathered my bearings in my new surroundings and I approached a customer visiting the shop for questions. For a second, I had to remember I was there for a mission, but felt like I was a spy in a play. I gathered some intel from customers confirming sightings of a bald doctor of Western medicine who frequented the Terada Inn until a few days ago. Unfortunately, the leads ran dry for anything during the past 2 or 3 days. Looks like we may have just missed him. I braced myself for the possibility that the lead was false, but even still, it was discouraging to come up with nothing. This was no time to be upset, though. Maybe he would return to the inn after finishing whatever business it was that took him away. Longing for a loved one to return is like waiting for a wound to heal, where the memory of the time before the pain seeps into every moment after. I just realized every dialogue is so like poetic and descriptive. With the approval of the tea shop's owner, I watched the happenings of the Terada Inn from the shop's balcony. Just then, a mysterious visitor approached me. What? Eh? Who? He caught me off guard. Had he been watching me? I turned around, nearly clutching my kodachi. What the hell? Okay. They did. Was I supposed to fangirl in this scene with the whole flower petals flying and then he just look at you? He took a seat near me, staring at my hand as if to assure me from harm. Who is this man? Yeah, who are you? Hello? Hi. He didn't look like anyone I'd ever seen before. It'd be funny he's associated with a like, I don't know, other government people, I guess. Yes. Oh, no. I shook my head, unsure if he could be trusted. You see, well, I'm looking for my father.
おお親父さん何か訳ありみたいだな 話してみろよもしかしたら力になれる
Yeah, here's the part. I don't know if I can tell you. I'm not sure. I contemplated whether or not this man would have known my father, or even the possibility that telling this man anything would jeopardize me. However, any information he could have may help. My father visited Kyoto on a business trip, but he suddenly ceased communication with me. Rumors surfaced that someone with his likeness came to this inn and I had to see him for myself.
あんた東国の生まれだろ
Yes, I came from Edo.
そいつは大変だなこっちの土地勘もないだろうしよしわかった俺も付き合ってやるよ
Oh, thank you. No, I don't even know who you are still. I don't want to trust, but at this point we're just sitting. I'll take the risk.
困った時はお互い様ってね迷惑だって言われる
This voice actor.
ことないか
Oh my god, hearing all these VAs. It wouldn't trouble me at all. It would great for you to help me. Thank you so much.
俺は埼谷梅太郎って言うんだ埼谷さんでも
Saitani Umetaro.
好きなように
Saitani. Nice to meet you, Saitani. My name's Yukimura. Nice to meet you.
雪村ちゃんね名は体を表すなんて言うがそのまんまだな
Are you flirting? Yo. You think my name matches my figure? He's flirting.
ね下の名前はきっとあんたによく似合う可愛い名前なんだろうが
Hey, MC, what are you doing? Why are you falling for his charm? If I told him my name was also Yukimura, he might suspect me to be a woman.
まあいいか女っていうのはいくつも秘密があるっていうしな
After he said those words, I gasped and covered my mouth with my hands. Wait a minute, Saitani. I'm not a woman.
いやどこをどう見ても女だろそれとも俺をバカにしてるのか
The twist though, imagine you just insist you're a boy and they keep thinking you're a woman though. That'd be so funny. I would never take you for a fool.
まこんな可愛い娘がうろうろしてたら周りの男が放っておかないだろうし男の格好してるのは正解だと思うぜ
Thanks. The nonchalantness of his response made me practically faint from relief.
であんたの下の名前は何という
Damn. Can't you just address my last name? No, yo. Whatever. My name is Osa Yukimura.
なる思った通りあんたにぴったりの可愛い名前だな
You think so?
であんたはどういう男が好み男と出かけるんならどういう場所がいい
Yo! Stop flirting. I have a mission. Yeah, hello? We're not talking about me right now. I thought you were going to help me look for my father. Yes, thank you. Oh my god. He's more interested in you than more interested in you looking for a father. It appears to be engaging seemingly endless conversations. Yes. Since he was the first person outside of Shinsengumi with who had I spoken, I completely lost track of time. Luckily, Saito appeared to rescue me. Oh, Saito. Oh, hi, Saito. Goodbye. Satani stood up from his seat slowly, appearing dejected as if I'd broken his heart. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Oh, maybe. Yeah, just straight up maybe. Before I could tell him goodbye, Saitani had wandered off. Saito focused on him, making sure he was out of earshot, and muttered quietly into my ear. Oh, I don't know. He snuck up behind me earlier. Supposedly his name is Saitani. How did it go, Saito? Were you able to find anything useful about my father? I understand, but thank you. I felt my stomach drop from his words and assumed it meant the lead was false. I clenched my fist tightly, fighting back angry tears. I couldn't let Saito see my disappointment. Okay. Saito and I headed back to the base, and I noticed fireflies grouping in circles as he updated me. The bald doctor saying the at the end was in fact someone different than my father, who just happened to match his descriptions. No, it's okay. No, don't apologize, Saito. Oh, please don't worry. Even though we learned nothing about my father, I was able to get some fresh air. That's nice. Still, I couldn't shake the worry from my father. Saito looked to me reassuringly, and his face lit brightly as he remembered something. Oh, you mean Saitani? I agree. Friendly, but seem also guarded. To me, Saitani didn't seem guarded at all, judging by how open he was with stories. Was something troubling you about him, Saito? He nodded in response, looking away from my face. You cannot... Oh, okay. Satsuma. A Ronin, huh? He seemed to be jovial, to be a lordless samurai, especially the ones causing trouble in Kyoto. From what it seemed like in our conversation, he was the furthest thing from a warrior. Alright. Wakarimashita. I wonder who this Saitani man really was. My first adventure into Fushimi taught me many things, and I could only await what came next. Achievement unlocked. Chapter 2, July 1864. Eh? Isn't that looks like Okita. Hi. ちょっと待って。Hold on, hold still. Alright, we're gonna save here and stop for now. That was a long journey. I mean, I kind of expected it's gonna be a very long visual novel because all visual novels tend to be very long. But thank you to everyone who passed by and watched my stream. 3 hours actually. That's pretty long. The next time I'm gonna continue this is I haven't really thought about it, but I would really love to continue the chapters. Currently we just finished the prologue and chapter 1. Next time we probably will continue chapter 3 and go into chapter 4, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter. But thank you so much, and hope you guys have a nice day. Bye bye.